All right, Stephen Key here, and today I've got a very, very special guest, Andrew Krause.
I'm feeling special.
Well, you are special.
So special.
Uh, well, Andrew, the reason why we're doing this together, there's a special thing that's happening next, I think it's May 25th at noon.
At
That's
noon
next Wednesday.
Pacific, three Eastern. Yeah.
That's next week. We have an amazing guest coming on one of our other platforms, Inventors Groups of America. We have Keith Chapman. Now, a lot of
Yeah.
people
Now, what
probably
did he
don't know
do?
who he is.
No, but they're gonna know what he did. They're gonna recognize it when you tell them.
Yeah. Now, everybody be prepared for this because this is quite amazing. Keith Chapman is the creator of Bob the Builder and PAW Patrol.
Uh
Now,
huh.
if you've got kids, I can guarantee that you have some merchandise from PAW Patrol.
Oh yeah. My daughter's 9.5. She's older now. She's been watching more, but she loved it. Oh
I,
my God, the little cute little puppies and stuff. Oh my God, she
well,
loved Paw Patrol.
yeah, both those properties have earned over $10 billion. In fact, PAW Patrol earns $1 billion each year in
Wow.
retail. I think it's retail sales. So the royalties to Keith are just in the millions, in the
It's not just the
millions.
show; it's all the merchandise, right?
Well, it's the merchant. He gets a piece of the merchandise. He gets a piece of every time they air it, the movie. In fact, he licensed it to Spin Master, and those two co-founders of Spin Master are billionaires now because of that.
Wait. Millionaires?
Billionaires.
Okay. Wow.
That's how big this is the biggest kids entertainment show ever. It's even surpasses even some like even the Disney stuff. This is how
And,
big Paw
and
Patrol
it
is.
has staying power.
Well, it's not just staying power. How do you create that? So he's coming on IGA, American IGA, Inventors Groups of America. He's coming on next week, and I'm going to ask him some really amazing questions, Andrew.
So if people want to check that out, they could go to inventleader.org and they can sign up for that newsletter and they get all the details, right?
Everything's going to be down
All
below.
right. So okay, I'm an inventor. I'm doing kitchen gadgets. I'm doing this or that.
Oh,
How is this an invention, Stephen? It's
okay.
a cartoon along
Well,
with merchandise, and what are they going to learn?
I believe, and I knew this years and years ago, the biggest money you can make is building brands, is building a character. That is
Art.
the biggest money you can make out of all of it.
If you can pull it off like he did.
And we're going to ask him how did he pull it off. In fact, what's really great, Andrew, he started out with these sketches of these dogs, puppies,
Yeah.
and the one line benefit statement we always talk about, it was pups to the rescue. Their kennels turn into service vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is this important to us creators? Number one, I know everybody has had a favorite cartoon, had a favorite story, and maybe they have a story, or maybe they've got a character, or maybe they've always thought about, hey, how do you do that? How do you come up with the character, storyline, and pitch it? So I'm going to ask them, number one, do you do the storyline? Do you do the hook?
Yeah.
Do you do the character? How do you design that? That's the first question. I want to get
That's
into
the
his mind.
that's the big thing I want to get out of Keith. How, like, because this is what everybody's going. That seems overwhelming. How do you get started doing something like this? How do you get started? And then
Yeah.
also, I want to hear about the path, but particularly, how do I get started? What were his problems? What were the things that came up? Did he have doubts, which you know he
Well,
did?
Andrew, he did. The story's kind of amazing because he was designing everything from greeting cards. He was writing movie scripts, reality TV. I mean, he has ideas in all those different areas. But he started out in I think an advertisement, didn't like it, and went over and worked for Jim Henson and learned about licensing. Blew his mind because that's what I want to do, and started creating these characters. So,
Right.
but what's really great, I'm going to ask him, how does he pitch it? Does he do a storyboard? How much of the story does he write? What about the one line benefit statement? How do you capture the essence of a story in one sentence, which
Is
he
he?
does?
Well, I mean, we're going to ask him a lot of questions, but is he an artist?
Yeah, he sketches. Yeah, he's been. In
And
fact,
I want to know, so I want our audience to know, like, okay, maybe you have this concept, maybe you got a storyline, maybe you got characters, but you're not an artist. So I want to hear from him too. Like, if you're not an artist, how can you still do this? Can you still do it? I think you can. That's probably
well,
what
I
it's.
think you can. I used to work with Russell Hicks that did all the Teddy Ruxpin books, and we teamed up, and he was the artist, and I'd come up with the stories or the characters, and he would bring them to life. But you know what's really interesting too? I want to ask him, how did he get to Spin Master, and what did he pitch? I mean,
Mhm.
I want to know exactly how he did it so we can share it with everybody, because maybe you have that big idea. Maybe you have that storyline. Maybe you get this little character that you're always thinking, gee, what if he came to life and did this? And maybe he taught kids a certain story. I mean, I think this is amazing. This is probably the most successful person we've ever had on any of our platforms. Is
Mhm.
Now, what else is crazy? He lives in Monaco. I mean, who lives in Monaco?
I think he's from the UK and he lives in Monaco.
Yes.
Pardon me if I got that wrong.
That's right. No, that's
Yeah.
correct.
And that's
But
why we're doing it at noon Pacific, because it's like 8 hours later for him.
that's right.
Yeah.
Now, you know what else is amazing too? He's had some failure, right?
Everybody wants to hear that. It makes it more real, right?
He did, back in 2008, his company went bankrupt. And he had
Oh.
80 employees, had to let everybody go.
Oh, geez.
So, and that was the recession, 2008. He had it too.
Yeah.
And so he had to start over from scratch again. So he's overcome a lot of obstacles. I know we all have obstacles, but to think that a little sketch and an idea, right, can turn into this billion-dollar seller.
You know what I want to ask him too is the cart and the horse thing. Can you do the merchandise first? Do you have to do the show first? Do you have to do the book first? I want to know all that. I don't think we need to answer that because he's the expert. We want him to tell us his thoughts and what else he's seen, what he's done, what other people have done. I mean, he's an expert in this. I don't know what we're going to call this. It's like
No, it's character. No, it's really character licensing.
Yeah.
It's the biggest licensing game on the planet. We talk a lot about licensing. We talk about product licensing. This is character licensing. There's brand licensing.
Right.
And this show, PAW Patrol, has been translated in, I think, 160 countries.
Wow.
He's got everything from shoes, the lunch boxes, the pillowcases, everything. That means that cash register
I
is
could see a
ringing
little kid,
every
"Mommy,
minute.
Daddy, I need the Paw Patrol this and the Paw Patrol
That-
that. I need everything." And it's like,
That's
That,
my little kid.
that register is ringing every minute of every day.
And I'd like to know, well, that's too nosy, but I think a significant percentage of that money is merchandise. But of course it's the show too.
Well, they've had a movie. What's really great about it, they had a big movie came out in 2021. Another one's coming out in 2023. But he gets a piece of all of it. Every time they air it, he gets a piece of it. A rerun, he gets a piece of it.
I'm impressed with your research, Stephen. You're going to do a great job with this interview.
I was so fascinated with this because I was able to see Teddy Ruxpin,
Yeah.
right? A concept, a toy it was turned into books. It had a movie.
Well, hey, there might be some younger viewers. Do you have Teddy on the shelf there? So Stephen worked at Worlds of Wonder. They did a Teddy Ruxpin. There you go. It's right over there. World's first talking teddy bear. And that was I don't know, was that your first job as a designer? Really?
Pretty much. But I got
Right.
to see Teddy Ruxpin develop into books and cartoons. And they even had a Teddy Ruxpin and Macy Day parade and Thanksgiving. It was a big balloon. I mean, he was everywhere.
Now, Teddy's cute, but we're only seeing half your face. Can we bring it back to you? He is cuter than you.
He's okay. So I think if you're interested in licensing, if you're interested in how we did it, I think if you're just an inventor, you're going to be curious as I'm curious. And Andrew's, no, I've done my homework because I'll tell you, I want to know how he pitched it, how he designed it. I want to know his failures. I want to know what he's doing next because I'll tell you, Andrew, he's still doing a lot of it. He's got other shows coming out now. He has not stopped.
Yeah.
So,
and this webinar, guys, is completely free on Inventor Groups of America. If you go to inventleader.org and you sign up for the newsletter there, you'll get the notification of it. So make sure to do that. It's completely free. We're not trying to sell you anything. IGA is Stephen and ours, like charity work, where we have meetings for inventors, where we bring people like Keith on, and we support inventor group leaders. So even though you guys know us as doing InventRight for 22 years, we've also been doing IGA for, I don't know, was it 4 or 5 years now, Stephen?
It's been about 5 years, and I'll tell you, it's a place where everybody comes together, the leaders, the members, all of us come together, and we hold it once a month. But I want everybody to join. It's absolutely free. Come listen to Keith. I think it's going to be really exciting. I'm excited about it. So I will see everybody. And here's the thing, you guys. It's limited seating. Get there early. Get a seat because it's going to fill up. We have 500 seats, and I can guarantee it's going to fill up. It will sell out. So everybody, not sell out, fill up. So please show up early. Show up early or you won't be able to get in. All right.
All right. Good deal. Take care. Keep inventing, everyone. Inventleader.org. Sign up for the newsletter and get notified of that event on May 25th at noon Pacific and 3 o'clock Eastern. See you guys. Keep inventing. Bye.
Bye, everybody.